Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today is the last day in Phyrexia. Because tomorrow I am participating in the early access event for March of the Machines, which is very exciting. So expect tomorrow, probably a video will not come out at the usual time. I'll get it out as fast as possible, probably sometime between 3 and 4 p.m. Eastern, as opposed to my usual noon Eastern release time. So get excited. I'm hype. It's going to be fun. But today we're playing our last day in Phyrexia with mono white control. Sweet deck, can grind and go the distance. Couple notes about how I have built it here today. Number one, I am running 1 Spirited Companion and 3 Ambitious Farmhands. I use that split because it's nice to have some versatility, and if you have Sarah Paragon back and you have a choice of what to get in the graveyard, often later in the game you would rather just take the card draw versus the land at that stage of the game. Number two, 4 Bankbusters. This is in everyone's version, but I note it because we're running 4 copies of Steel Seraph. This card is very good in this deck, and I think you should run 4, and the reasons are, number one, since you have so many Bankbusters, if you can go Bankbuster on 2 and Steel Seraph on 3, that means you can immediately power up the Bankbuster either to block mono red things that can't get through a 4/4, or attack down your opponent's Planeswalkers. That means they can't just slam a Planeswalker and expect it to survive when you can drop a 3-drop on 3 that can power up the Bankbuster and immediately attack. So that's number 1 to run this card. Number 2 is it can grant lifelink, which is huge against mono red. It gives you some ability to recover life when otherwise you are low and in danger of being burned out. So that's big. Number 3 is small. You can give things vigilance, which plays around the opponent's Wandering Emperors. And then number 4, I think, is huge also, is that because it is an artifact, it survives Go for the Throat, which is the premium removal spell in black right now. So all those reasons are great reasons to run 3 copies of the Steel Seraph. 1 Lawrence snuck in here. Honestly, this is a pretty solid card in the meta right now. There are lots of good artifacts and enchantments to destroy. In mono red, there's Fable the Mirror Breaker, there's Mechanized Warfare, all the Kumanos are all enchantments. In white, there's Wedding Announcement and a Ganjo. And just all over, you're going to have a use for this card. And just 1 in there. You can always get it back with Paragon if you need to use it twice. 2 Paragons, 3 Emperors here. Usually I run 4 Emperors in a lot of decks just because I need that extra removal spell. But we already have so much premium removal in the form of Laydown Arms and Ossification that you don't have to run all 4. So I think 3/2 is fine. 1 Elspeth, 1 Ao, 1 Warden, and 1 Wander on top. Mana base is just amazing in monocolored decks because you get to do so much with it. Absolutely run 4 copies of the Roadside Reliquary. The ability to sack it and draw 2 mid-game is just demoralizing for the opponent to be able to bury them in card advantage. It's very easy to have artifacts and enchantments out because we have 4 Bankbusters and 4 Steel Seraphs, another reason to run this card, and enchantments in the form of Ossify and Restoration of a Ganjo. 4 Mirrex as well. I lost to this sometime within the last week, and it was pretty painful to not be able to combat 3 to 4 of these out, pumping out tokens every turn. I just couldn't answer all of them, and I like it a lot. It doesn't hurt the mana base at all, basically, since we are mono white, and I think this is a very solid option. So that's the deck. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. 2 lander on the play. It's keepable. Start here. Noxious Sun, probably Grixis. Next land is nice. Bankbuster here. No. Jeskai, sweet. We don't have to run out the Seraph here. We can just take the Bankbuster draw instead, which I'm fine with. Let's not give him a target for Make Disappear or removal spell. We don't have to. Aha. Artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Okay. Take the draw. More land for us. Play out the next Mirrex. Emperor's okay, but it just dies to another Brotherhood end. Let's try another Bankbuster. End here. Still not sure what they're up to. I'm not sure how many of these sweepers they play. Jace. The Perfected Mind. They mill us or them? Okay, they mill us. So we can play the Steel Seraph and power up the Bankbuster. It's one of the reasons why it's in the deck. Take the draw. Can also just plop down an AO. Could take Jace with the Ossify when we have such a clean answer to it. Don't think we need to burn that. Let's run out AO here instead. Crew the Bankbuster. And take out the Jace. They only have 1 white so far. So they need a second white to flash in the Emperor now and take out the AO before Vigilance becomes a thing again. But they do have it. Let's see if they Emperor now. They do. They get to take out the AO, which is too bad. But they have the same issue. We can just play a Steel Seraph, power up the Bankbuster, and attack down. More bank busters. Yep, I think that's the plan. Play you out. There's stick. So they have, for 1 blue, play with fire, I guess. Bankbuster attack should be safe regardless. Crew here. What do they have for 1? Ah, we can give you lifelink. That's nice. We could also give you vigilance and then tap you instead. Then we have to deploy more stuff into the Brotherhood's end. That's fine with me. Let's go vigilance here. Attack you down. Have we played land for turn? I feel like we haven't. Let's go ahead and take the draw. Nice. Land for turn. Not sure what the stick was there. Play with fire, 2 mana, deal 2 damage, exile something spell. I forget what that one's called. Celestis, 3 mana open. Maybe next Jace. Yep, next Jace. Again, we just attack it down with the Bankbuster. They plus here, but we just play the next one. So we could play out the big boy. I think I'd rather get Wedding Announcement down. And we have enough mana to do all of that. So we'll play this out for 3. And take the crew. And this Bankbuster plus the Steel Seraph just really putting in work this game. We don't need Vigilance, so this time I guess we'll take Lifelink. Lifelink twice. Okay, Lifelink and Vigilance. Sure. Oh, I guess if we attack with 2 creatures, we get to draw this turn. Off the Wedding Announcement, so let's do that. Just keep drawing. Wedding Announcement. So Farewell will be pretty sad here. Exile artifacts and creatures. And land. And draw into the Paragon. We have a Lauren down there, which can pick off the Celestis. It's not bad. But I am thinking about sweepers at this point. Farewell. Okay, alright. Let's just start the game over. And the graveyards too. Just lovely. Probably a Bankbuster plus Emperor turn, or just a Mirrex. Yeah. Alright. 4-4. All that work for nothing. All the killing the Jaces for nothing. Ugh. Main phase Deluge. Yikes. We could flash in an Emperor now before they hit land and make Disappear. But then they know what they can fetch a removal spell for the Emperor. Either way is very good. We can always make a Mirrex as well. They do play the land. Okay, I think in that case we either draw or get the Mirrex down. I like having a single Mirrex down. Let's do it like this. Companion. I think we're happy to draw here to start. I like the Mirrex every turn though. Let's start with a draw. I guess both of these are draws. Another Osify. We can try to hit land here. I think I'm happy with that. Let's start with an attack. Alright, 1 poison down. Let's take the next draw as well. If we can hit an untapped land, then we can Mirrex again. We do. Nice. Okay. We definitely got some win cons lined up. Mirrex can go the distance, as I found I lost to this like 4 days ago. It felt really bad. Bankbuster have their own. Our own Lauren is exiled though, which is too bad. Don't think we flash in the Emperor versus open mana. More land for us. Keep drawing off the Bankbuster here. Elspeth. Maybe not this turn, it's open mana. I mean, the Mirrex win con is real. That is a real plan right here. And right now we can make 2 per turn. That's a significant thing they have to deal with. So I think that's the plan for now until they tap out. Then once we tap out, we try something else. So let's just end here and plan to continually Mirrex every turn. Deluge again, they get to look for answers. If we wanted to resolve the Emperor, we could. But again, I don't think we really need to right now. Pass to them. They take their own draw. So I guess we need to watch out for their Jace double mill plan. That's actually an issue. So maybe we're not being quite as aggressive as we should be. We can resolve an Emperor here. Under Make to Spear, which isn't a bad time to do it, or we can double Mirrex. Double Mirrex works the Toxic plan. So let's try that instead. Let's make sure we're not, Oh, it's 3 and tap? Ah, so we're actually 1 short here. Alright, let's go Emperor instead then. I was thinking we could do this twice, we'd only do it once this turn. See if they have a negate. They do have a negate. Alright, so we need to be a little bit more aggressive. We can do whatever we want this turn. Including Paragon plus, let's drop the Paragon. Get back the Companion for free. More land, get the Reliquary down. Attack with a Banks Buster, make a Mirrex. I think that's okay. Down to 12. Yeah, we need to start thinking about winning soon. I'm getting worried about this Jace win con. They take the draw. Emperor of their own. They get to take the Paragon. Resolve. Alright, let's make the Mirrex draw so we can threaten to attack down the Emperor with 2 different creatures. Sanctuary Warden into all the open mana. Wouldn't mind an Elspeth resolving this turn. We could try Elspeth and the Warden. Let's start with an attack, I think. See if we can get you dead. We can always Ossify it, just Ossify doesn't play with Farewell. Emperor down. I would like to Elspeth here. And there is Stick. Let's see if they have another negate. They don't. We'll take the minus. Flame Blessed Bolt, that's what they had earlier. Yeah, okay. Lose the Elspeth. See if we can get something good off this. Wedding Announcement's not bad. We did attack with 2 creatures. We can keep drawing. Drawing puts us closer to mill plan. Still, I think we take it. We do get to resolve the Warden. Indestructible. Maybe we keep the indestructible counters. Maybe we remove a counter here instead. Can we not do that? Oh, it's only from a creature. Okay, guess it's here then. Alright, that's it for the turn. We draw, we're down to 28 cards. Deluge again. Man, if they're looking for a win con, you'd think they'd have found it by now. Maybe they want another Farewell here. That'd be pretty brutal. 6 mana. Do you have it? Not yet, they say. Okay. I'd like a Reliquary draw. Let's start with this. And I think we steal Seraph and give the Warden Vigilance, so that it plays well around the next Emperor. Let's play you for cheap. I don't want to use all the Mirrex though. Let's just use 1. To combat. Let's grant Vigilance here, so it does not die to the Emperor. And swing in with these guys. I don't want to leave this open to a next sweeper, so let's decline. Keep the shield counter. So if they have another 4 mana sweeper, the Warden doesn't die. They do have the Emperor, but again, it cannot take the Warden because we gave it Vigilance. They can make a 2/2 blocker, which is an easy target for Ossify if we really want. We could bin the Aganjo here. I think we Ossify instead. Just let this go. We can also Ossify the Emperor. Soul Partition U. Exile it. We can always replay it. Alright. That's too bad. When it drops only to 12 this turn. Ossifying the Emperor isn't bad. Basic land. It just bites a little if they have another Farewell, but if they have another Farewell, we're pretty toast anyway. Can also Ossify the token here and tank the last Bankbuster draw. And yeah, we'll take the last Bankbuster draw on their turn. Down to 24 cards. Maybe they're not a Jace Wincon deck. No, they have to be. They're playing Soul Partition. They Deluge again. So what do we know? Red is only for Flame Blitz Bolt. I think Soul Partition is for Jace. They've already exiled 2 Jaces though, so they only have 2 left in the deck. They have 29 cards. So actually they might not hit both Jaces here. And currently they need both. I think we'll still take the draw just for an extra bit of damage, because we do need to close out the game at some point. Land for turn. Can play the Warden after the fact. Can power up the Bankbuster and attack. Let's give it self-vigilance here. I want to keep it around versus another Emperor. They don't have mana this turn. Still. They make a blocker. Can't remove it before they move to blocks. Jump there. Take 5. I think we just want to deploy as many lethal threats as possible. So I think we will play out the Warden here. And also the Farmhand, and just hope we get there next turn. Let's decline. We don't need any more cards. And we'll just play out another attacker. It's equivalent to the Mirrex, although we can transform it to make it a little bit bigger. Sure. I don't think it changes the mill win at this point. Game coming down to the end. Let's see what happens. We flip. That's nice. Makes lethal a little bit easier to hit, even if they can pick off the big things somehow. Okay, can you double mill me? You get 15 off the first Jace, which brings us down to 5. They sack the treasure intentionally. That's a little bit strange, right? Farewell Part 2. Absolutely brutal. Okay. We could sack the Reliquary to keep drawing, I guess. They leave the graveyard, though, because they want the Deluge. I still think they're going to win via Jace, so I don't think we need more draws, except now we need another Wincon. Oh, and I guess we have to draw into another Wincon. We have the Mirrex. We don't have to do anything else. We can just Mirrex for the rest of the game. I don't think we draw 2. I think that puts us too close to the game being over. Alright. And they get back the Emperor, which does bite. And they have it to Fairy. Oh, man. Down to 19 cards. We can lay down arms on the next turn. Just they don't think to redeploy stuff. Wedding Announcement is a cheaper way to make an attacker. Ganjo eventually makes an attacker multiple turns later. Lay down arms is tough because it gets rid of the potential life Wincon. Alright, let's try an Ganjo here. Means we only get 1 Mirrex this turn. Yeah, let's go for 2 Mirrex. Oh, the double farewell, man. The double farewell. Yep. Another guy. Another guy. So we could draw the Eternal Wanderer here, which would be interesting. I think let's try that. That's actually a worthwhile draw for us. If we Mirrors first, we have an artifact. Do we have enough mana for that? Yes, we do. Let's see what we can draw. I know this puts us to the last, closer to the last Jace plan, but at this point, there's too much for us to overcome. And it's not the Eternal Wanderer. We can still Ganja one of these guys away, which is worth it. No blocks. Bend the land, kill the 3/3. Down to 22. What if they don't run 4 copies of Jace? Ossify can take a Planeswalker, that's not bad. Technically we can remove... I mean, we can remove all 3 creatures. Alright, let's do it. There's 1. There's 2. Been holding these all game. See if they can draw at instant speed. I guess it doesn't matter. Then I think send 1 at each, then ossify whoever's left over. We can still take the draw here first. We have plenty of mana. And we're down under 15 now, so now we just lose Jace. Another Emperor. Alright, attempt this. And ossify whoever's left over. Fires of Victory kicked. Sure, no reason to Emperor here. They get to draw a card. So now we could flash in the Emperor and plus onto the Teferi. It's a little bit risky, but maybe it's worth it. We still have enough mana to ossify as well. Let's see if they have another negate or something. Or if they can just draw again or just kill this thing at speed. We're going for it anyway, but decent chance they have any kind of interaction here. You know, the Exile one, the white mana, Soul Partition. Yeah, Fires Part 2. Oh, they pick off you instead though. And they have the 1 mana removal spell as well. Just getting absolutely dicked on. Okay, all right, we'll ossify the Teferi, I guess. Oh, brutal, dude. Yeah, I think we take Teferi here. Down to 14 cards. I'm pretty sure they just mill us this next turn. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, man, this feels bad. Actually, it feels a lot better than playing against Mono Red. Destroy Evil. How can you not laugh at this? Look at these 1-ofs coming through. Oh, man. I think at some point we scoop here. I mean, this has been a good game, but what's left in the deck? Ossify, Ganjo, Emperor, Eternal Wanderer. Like, I don't think we can really realistically overcome the state, and we're just going to deck ourselves soon. So, yeah, we'll continue to draw up, get us closer to decking lethal. Opponent's at 23, so it's not like we can deck them first. Could have made a Mirrex there to draw an extra card. Yeah, I think that's probably game. I mean, even if we make multiple Mirrex per turn, they can just play things. So I give them the good game here. I mean, we could try to go on a little bit longer, but like, I don't think so. Yeah, good game, dude. I think you got me there. Nice one. All right, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe. And don't forget to stay tuned for tomorrow, Thursday, April 13th. I'll be dropping the first video of the early access event for the next set. March of the Machine should come out around maybe 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern as soon as I can get it done. So get stoked. I'm ready for a change in the meta. I don't know how much things will be shaken up, but it'll be fun regardless. So yeah, see you tomorrow and have a great day. Peace.